welcome to my tutorial on how to play the song Sing by Ed Sheeran. Now this is a somewhat difficult song to play, so I decided that I'm going to separate this lesson into two parts. There's going to be an easy version and there's going to be a hard version. So for the hard version, there are 3 chord progressions that you need to learn. There's the bridge/intro section, then there's the verse and the chorus section. So for the bridge section, there are 2 chords. There's an A flat minor and a D flat minor. So in order to play an A flat minor, firstly you need to take your index finger and place it across all the strings on the 4th fret. Then you need to take your ring finger and place it on the 5th string on the 6th fret. Then you need to take your little finger and place it on the 4th string, 6th fret. And when you put it all together, it should sound like this. Or like this. The next chord you need is a D flat minor, which is somewhat similar. And this time you're taking that same shape that you just learned and moving it all down one. As in, when I say down, I mean towards the floor. Also bearing in mind that your index finger still needs to be touching the 6th string just to mute it. Then you need to take your middle finger and place it on the 2nd string at the 5th fret. When you put that all together, it should sound like this. Now when I play this song, I like to use a slightly percussive technique. So I use the base of my hand, just the most obvious part of your hand, and I like to strum, literally just dragging my fingers across the strings simultaneously. Then I like to use just my fingers above the sound hole, slapping. It's really not complicated, it's just hitting and slapping. So when you put that together, it sounds like this. You do slightly open your hand as you come down, but it doesn't really open much. However, when you get to this point, there you really need to slam and open your hand fully, like so. So that's a very simple beat. You have a bass on the 1 and the 3, and a snare on the 2 and the 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's that section pretty much. The same goes for the D minor. So it's the one thing I should mention is that during the intro, you only play A minor, but during the bridge section, you play both the A minor and the D minor. So that's it for that section. Now for the next section. So this next section of the song is somewhat similar to the previous section. So you begin with the same index finger barring all the strings on the 4th fret. Only this time, instead of your ring finger being on the 5th string, now it's on the 4th string. So for your first strum, as soon as you strum, you're going to hammer your little finger straight onto the 5th string, 6th fret. For your next strum, you're going to simply remove it, your little finger that is. Then the next part, maybe the hardest part of the song, you're going to stretch your little finger all the way up to the 6th string, 7th fret. Then you're going to move it down one to the 6th string, 6th fret. Then you're just going to play a straight A flat minor. So all together. So after you've done that bit, you'll then need to mute the strings while strumming them. So the way you do that is you're simply going to hover just above the fretboard, but still maintain contact with the strings. So when you put that together, it should sound like this. And your right hand is just simply going to go down and up. So down on your nails with your middle finger, no offense, and your ring finger and your thumb. and you're keeping your wrist very loose. You're almost leading with your wrist actually, but still keeping your wrist and your hand very loose. Most of the power comes from your forearm. So there's another chord that I added in there. That was an F sharp major. So the way you play that is you take your old A flat major minor and move it down. Then take your middle finger and place it on the third string, third fret. And I can't really tell you how to do it other than by showing you. But it's worth mentioning that your hand literally after that part of the song is just going down, up, down, up, down, up. And after that, you need to go to a D flat minor position. But instead of playing it as you were before, you're going to be extending your middle finger so it's covering all the strings. So your first strum is just a standard down strum. Then you're going to move your little finger all the way up to the 6th string on the 6th fret. Then you're going to move it across to the 7th fret. Then you're going to move it down to its original position. So when you put that all together, then back to the F sharp minor major, then to the A flat minor. So I'm going to play it through very slowly. And also when you change to the next chord, your index finger adjusts just ever so slightly to mute the 6th string. Another thing worth noting is that the thing that really drives this part of the song isn't necessarily the strumming pattern, but it's the dynamic behind it. So you really want to be emphasizing the first note. So for the third and final section, there aren't going to be any new chords. There's still going to be the old chords, the A flat minor and the B flat minor. And as far as your right hand's concerned, it's going to spend the vast majority of this section just going down and up, but slightly faster. So for your first strum, you're going to be hammering your ring finger and your middle finger. Then you're simply going to be squeezing and releasing with your left hand. And the only time you're not going to follow with an upstroke is on your first strum. And you're going to be doing the exact same thing on the D flat minor. So altogether, that's going to sound like this. So for the easy version, I'm going to go right ahead and try to kill two birds with one stone. So I'm going to be showing you a capo version and a non-capo version. So for this version, you're going to need the same two chords. So an A flat minor and a D flat minor. So the way you're going to play an A flat minor is you're going to get your middle finger and place it on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Then you're going to take your index finger and place it on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And to play the D flat minor, you're going to take your index finger and place it on the 2nd string, 1st fret. Then you're going to take your ring finger and place it on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then you're going to take your middle finger and place it on the 4th string, 2nd fret. And those are the only chords that you're going to need. Now, if you're not using a capo, then I'd suggest that you go back to the hard version and find these same chord shapes, but without the capo. And then come back to this section of the lesson because the chords are the same. I really don't want to bother repeating myself. And the main change is the strumming pattern. So if you go back to the first section of the hard version, I'll talk you through how to do these chords, in case you didn't know already. So there are 3 strumming patterns. The first strumming pattern goes and during the bridge section it goes which is very simple. It's just down, 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 down. For the verse, it's considerably different. And remember, these strumming patterns are the same regardless of whether or not you have a capo. So the way you're going to play that is like this. And it's quite simple. It's just down, 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 up, 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 down, down, down. So that's for the verse. So as far as the chorus is concerned, the strumming pattern goes down, down, up, 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 down. And those are the only strumming patterns that you're really going to need. So that pretty much concludes this lesson. As usual, please do rate, comment and subscribe, and thanks for watching.